A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They go play action with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. On 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
Good job,
a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's a great job.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Yes, sir.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to walk one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
What? You. How is that 2nd and 41 on me? If I just got the ball. This game
was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, in a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security #1.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here?
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Al Woods able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
From the 36, Wilson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
280. 52. Watch the screen. Pass.
They go counter with Breida. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Markevius Mingo picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 4, check 4. Big ass, big ass, big ass.
First down, Murray. And
that is
incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
54 is mine. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, that's what I get for not fucking swatting the ball.
Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. That's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Markevius Mingo able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Sack, baby. Sack. My chance.
To try again after the sack. Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw on 3rd down. Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Murray now to throw. He sets to fire deep.
Oh, my God.
Intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now it's Bird on the return. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll toss it to Breida. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack it. It's caught inside the 25. God.
This nigga caught that.
And he is in.
Why can't I ever catch a pick? This shit is crazy.
Andy Isabella, 79 yards. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throw left side, completes Isabella.
Oh, my God.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. Past him.
Oh, I fucked up.
With that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Oh, my God. That's tough.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
Come on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah, I know.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I know.
Murray now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball.
Swatting everything.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tell me.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again. 2nd and 10. Murray fighting. Lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is.
Ain't show up
they're
like
feeling
this
good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They had an update. Oh, shit. Fix what?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. He's going to air one out.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Use a swat. I'm implanting that shit in my head. And that's 15 times.
He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep in a Seattle.
Why did I use the swat again?
No reason
I throw that.
Nah,
look at where I'm at, though. Look at where I'm at. Come on. You tell me you would have jumped for the pick?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, that right there, Pete.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Markevius Mingo. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray flushed out right. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
He got 6.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
Oh my God! Over my head.
Taken down at the 2-yard line.
This is what I'm talking about.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I did, bro.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. You know, it's great to be a Pro Bowl quarterback, all-pro wide receiver. Those guys get all the endorsements. But we've seen a lot of guys carve out a great career as a special teams ace.
And it's one of the most important parts of the game. We can talk offense and defense all we want, but the 3rd phase, special teams, that can be the difference between winning and losing. And how about the big play created here? Big time effort, and that can help his team.
2nd straight week, he's forced to fumble.
Throw that.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Throw that ball so I can pick it off.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, Shaquem. Let him know. Let him know, Shaquem. Let him know, Shaquem. Not twice. It ain't happening twice. Let him know, Shaquem. Nah, I wasn't.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I have nowhere to go,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number
Rita
of
took
points.
it to the house
Continually
from the 5,
they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll look to
It's all good. Trey Flowers got to upgrade. Both of these niggas are like 85s, 86, man. Can't wait to get them up to like 90. Nice way to finish out. We finished out really good. Now I just need one more win. One more win to finish out real good, yeah. Let's get one more game to finish out real good. You said what? I'm using SWAT and everything. If I could just remember to use a SWAT and not try to pick everything off. Good, man. Hey, Andre, what's up, man? You said what's trash?